Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and WebDesignTechTips.com. Well, we got a fun one for you today. Got a little image there with a little icon on the bottom of it. When I hover over it, we're going to have some text and a little call to action button. Zoom in and they can read it. They can click on the button, take your mouse off. It's going to disappear out again. Really nice eye-catching effect to have on your site. Really easy to do. No coding involved in this today. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Great, once enabled, I'm going to add a call to action module. You can use pretty much any module you want. This will work with it. I'm going to use a call to action. And there it is right there. Obviously put what you want your title to say there, what you want your button to say there. And here's your content. Like any other content area, you can bold, italicize, make bullet lists, align things, and add media if you want to. Again, I'm going to leave that just as it is. You may have noticed there's no CTA button. That's not going to show up till you put a link in here. I'll put a hashtag in. I've got no real link. If you want the whole module to link somewhere, you can do that here also down below. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab. Okay, for my background, I'm actually going to turn it black. But I'm going to bring the opacity down so we can see an image that I'm going to put behind it in a moment. And we can adjust this more or less as needed in a little while. Okay, if you've watched any more of my hover videos, you know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to save the changes here. I'm going to go into the row and into this column and put the image in the column. Green tab for a row. We're working on the second column here. Background's always under content. I'm going to go over to image here. And let's throw in an image. Okay, as you can see, because I made the background of this a little bit opaque, we can see that image through there. While I'm in here, because I'm going to make this bigger and it's going to spill out of our column here, I'm going to hide any overflow. We can do that over in Advanced, Visibility. Here's Horizontal and Vertical Overflow. I'm going to change both of those to Hidden. That way anything that spills outside of that column will not be seen. Great. Well, let's go back into our module now. Save column settings, save the row settings. Go back into the module itself. I'm going to make it a little bit deeper. So I'm going to go to Design, Spacing. I'm going to give it 70 pixels top and bottom. Just put in the 70, it'll put in the pics. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side for you. And let's do 50 left and right. Again, hit the chain, do the opposite side. That's going to work for me. Great. Now let's make the magic happen. Still in design, I'm going to roll down to Transform at the bottom here. And our first tab is Transform Scale, which means basically grow. So I'm going to make it a lot bigger when they're not hovering over it. You can drag it up, or you can just type in a value. I think I used 350% before. If you've got the chain checked, it'll do both sides at once. Then when they hover over it, I want it to be back to normal. So common to all Divi modules, if you hover over the little dart writing within a module, you see some little icons appear. If there's an arrow, we can create a hover state. Desktops, when the mouse is not on it, we've got 350 here. We can have a completely different value when they hover on it. So click on the hover tab. I'm going to put that back to 100% so it's normal size. Now the default time it takes to get from desktop to hover with Divi is 300 milliseconds, which is pretty quick. I like to slow mine down for a bit of drama. To do that, we can do that over in the Advanced. Go down to Transitions. There's the default 300. I'm going to up it to say, I don't know, 3/4 of a second, something like that. 750 milliseconds. Don't want any delay. Want it to happen as soon as their mouse hits it. And the transition speed curve I'm going to use is ease in, ease out. That's my sort of go-to for my hover effects. Great. But initially, I don't want to see anything. I just want them to be able to see the image itself. Then when they hover over it, I want this to sort of zoom in like we saw with the other one. So let's pop back over to design. We can do that very easily by going down to filters. If we roll down, there's one called opacity there. Let's get the little arrow up. Do on desktop when the mouse is not on it. Don't want to see anything at all. I'm going to bring the opacity slider all the way down to the left. When they hover over it, I'm going to bring it back. Great. And that should work fine. But if you're using it on tablet and mobile, you might want a little indicator that something's going to happen when they hover over it, because they'll actually have to tap rather than hover on those devices. So let's save what we've got going on here. And I'll add another little module here. Just hover over, hit the little plus to add a new module. I'm going to roll down, I'm going to find an icon module. I think I used an eye before, I'll get one of those again. I'm going to make it a bit smaller. Over in design here, let's make it white. Take it down a little bit in size. And so the image stays the same shape. I'm going to use absolute positioning. So I'm going to go over to advanced and position. I'm going to change it from default to absolute. It's up in the top left at the moment. I'm going to put it on the bottom there. I think I might pull it up slightly with a bit of vertical offset. Somewhere like that. Great. So if we've done everything correctly now, this should work for us. I'm going to save the changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. Let's exit the Visual Builder. Now when I roll over, that text is going to zoom in. You can read it nicely. You can click on the button. When you let go, it's going to zoom back out again. Really nice effect to have on your site. And as you can see, really easy to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and WebDesignTechTips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.